So hello everyone and welcome back to Hemel-Down Model Railway. Slightly different video for you today. I'm going to be making a back scene of a hill to cover up the back of the layout to make sure that no trains drop down the back, and also to give you guys something to look at. I'm going to make it out of this chicken wire. I found the length of it in the garage when I was clearing it out. Got myself some PVA glue and a newspaper and some green grass in a roll to go at the back. So what I'm going to do is kind of make it a static piece that I can lift out in 3 or 4 different sections, so when I do move house I can kind of take them with me, and I can sort of remove them as and when I need to, just in case I decide to either turn the layout round lengthways down the garage rather than across the width. So yeah, just a little bit of flexibility in what I can use them for. But then I was thinking about maybe the top of it, I could make quite a hard surface, and then kind of have a train running over the top of it, just like a backwards and forwards line, and then maybe make that as like a separate heritage line, because I will eventually be replacing my controller, so I'll have a spare one that I can just connect a single length of track to run all the way down the back there. So it's just raised a little bit, and then maybe I can just have, for now, maybe an LNER train or something like that, just running backwards and forwards, just like a little shunting layout almost, or maybe something that's got a tunnel one end and a tunnel another end, but it will just look like it's just sitting above the hill. So I'm going to try and kind of make a hill with a ridge and then dip down into with a train on top. Sounds a bit complicated and probably not very helpful in my description, but what I'll do is I'll sort of show you my progress, probably over like 2 or 3 parts this video, but it's just something a little bit different, and I probably will add a few more running sessions in, just with some more trains, just while I'm spending a few days just trying to get this sorted. So here I'm not really using any kind of like measurements or anything for what I need at the back. I was thinking down what maybe one side will be like a cliff face, and then on top would be like the grass. And I can always add in some like bushes and bits and pieces. So I don't want it completely uniform. It can look a little bit scrappy, because the lumps and bumps and stuff I can get rid of creating rock faces, and with the grass as well. Like I say, this is just a temporary fix using something that I've found for free, so it's just another idea of saving some money. I looked into using static grass and getting all the applicators and stuff like that, and it was going to be too much money, because I'm on a budget. So I just thought, if I can make my baseboard out of cardboard and offcuts of wood, I'm surely I can make a back scene out of a bit of chicken wire. I think I remember doing this as a kid. So this is kind of the idea of what it will be like. I'll need to straighten it up a little bit more, but this will form kind of the caging for it. As a hillside. So once it's sort of squared up a little bit more, I'll obviously make the top a little bit flatter and more solid. Once it's kind of fixed into place, I was thinking about, once it's flat enough, is having a length of track along here, so the trains can just go up and down as just a single line, and then obviously there'll be a tunnel that just goes in here, and then just power on a single track. This will kind of be raised up a little bit, and this will be like a cliff face, and then we'll have the grass shooting across the top. And just gives another dimension to the layout. Just something else to be added in. Like I say, I'm going to cover it with paper and PVA just to sort of form a solid base. And then maybe what I might do is just a little batten along the bottom here, just to hold it so that it's secure and it doesn't drop down, because I don't want anything heavy on it pushing it down. Because down the back here is literally just a drop. So yeah, I'm going to have to think of a way of building a little bit of under support for it. But the main thing is to stop the locos from falling around. So I just had another little thought and thought, well, let's make a little bit of a scene of it. And I can show you guys how I progress through with that. Onwards and upwards, let's keep going. So what I've done in this corner is just kind of bent it round, because I've got this pillar here, so it kind of rests onto the track, and then I'll sort of finish it off with something there. But then it'll be, say, nice big length done over the top. It's quite hard to see, so what I'm going to do is just pop a little bit of newspaper over the top, just so you guys can kind of see the rough outline of it. It looks a little bit better on camera. So just done a little mock-up with a little bit of paper, just so you can kind of see the overall shape that it will be. It'll be flat on the top, and then the paper will be PVA'd, stuck over the top, so it hardens to a nice shell, which will run all the way down the back piece. And then these pieces here will be quite easy just to pull out in there. Not too bad actually. I think that's probably going to work. Like I say, just work on the strengthening side of things just underneath, but hopefully with the PVA and stuff and all the glue and ballast on the bit at the top of the track and all that sort of stuff, and the track itself, it should be quite rigid. Maybe what I'll do is a bit of a PVA layer of paper in the actual middle of it as well, just to strengthen the wire, just to make sure that it can handle a little bit of weight. There'll be nothing leaning on it, just a loco. But yeah, that's the basics of the idea. So hope you enjoyed. Part 2 will be me PVAing the back piece, getting it all flat and level, and then we'll be on to painting some rock faces and putting down some grass on top. Thanks for joining on another little mini update. Take care everyone. Bye bye.